Hi Aquarius, welcome. Uh, I've just stepped out of a very deep meditation with your sign, and it's a very interesting energies came forth. I saw a field of white lilies, but the lilies going around. There was a pattern in which the lilies were planted, and it was very circular and a spiral of sorts, just going round and round. And then I zoomed out and I saw this beautiful patch of green and white lilies just growing in circular formation. Beautiful. And then I saw the gardener who planted them, an older gentleman, hardened hands, sun-kissed skin, lots of wrinkles, and just somebody who's toiled and worked very hard. So I dug up, the meaning of lilies, and lilies represent purity. Lilies could also signify transformation, purity of the soul, beauty. I also sense an inner knowing with this symbolism. And, what I've picked through all of this, the theme that I'm getting for this month is transformation. A transformation that is happening as a result of, I want to be careful what I say here. I want to say a great reset, but also purity of the soul. It's like the soul returning to its nascent stage. The soul in its very first birthing stage. The soul in its essence, the purity. What came next was a koala bear. I saw a koala bear just jump on me and kind of just sit here, play with my hair, munch on a few bamboo leaves, and very playful, joyful. It's like it wanted cuddle time. And I really enjoyed being in its energy. From that, I sense, koalas represent community, love, very friendly. Again, childlike, pure sort of an energy came through with your energy this month. So I'm curious to see, and also I was told to pick this deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, for your sign. And before I start, I would just like to extend a warm welcome to those who are returning and to those who are new. Thank you so much for being here. And these are general readings, monthly readings, and so I start by pulling a oracle message for the month, and this sets the theme. This is known as the catalyst card, the energy that is supporting you this month, something you need to keep in mind as you work through this month. Yeah, okay, hidden treasure. So Treasure Island, but it came reversed. So this is telling me that there's a turtle here carrying this big treasure on its back, and it's something that's unseen to the turtle itself, and there's this half the body submerged in water, signifying, this emotional sense of being overwhelmed, just barely keeping above the water. But now in its reversed, the treasure gets submerged. So I see this as, again, this awakening, this transformation that's happening this month. It's like you don't quite see it because of this water element, this moon energy coming through. You don't quite see the transformation taking place. But you have this inkling, there's something transforming within you. That could be a result of this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction that's happening and this age of Aquarius that we're entering. You can listen to a lot more astrologers on YouTube, some great ones out there. I don't know much information about this, but I know that it has a big influence on us, and I'm also learning. So do look up on that and on how this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is affecting your sign. But there's a huge development happening astrologically. So what I'm trying to say is that there is this great awakening happening, not just your sign, but in the collective. In your case, there is this feeling, this realization that yes, something is shifting, but it's going to take some digging to discover what that shift is and what it means to you. I'm going to pull out 3 tarot cards now. The first one, what you need to know. You need to walk away from something here, Aquarius. You're not doing that. You're being a bit stubborn about it. There was a situation in the past that was not perhaps serving you well, that was leaving you feeling unfulfilled. With the 8 of Cups here in the reversed, there is a need to walk away from a situation. From perhaps not a situation, but an emotion, feelings that don't serve you well, that keep, because sorry, at the bottom of the Oracle deck we have the never-ending story. So there is this pattern that's repeating itself that needs to be broken. It can't be sustained. It's not helping you. It's time to stop that and move away from it and channel that energy differently, so that you're able to cut through the fog and understand the treasure that lies within, the deep soul knowledge that you have. Because again, the soul is starting afresh, and there is that deep knowing that again, you know this. You know that you need to walk away from something that's not helping you, serving you best. This negative emotions, there's a pattern here that needs to be broken, to be walked away from. And this is December. It's perfect time to do that. It's the end of the year. It's a time to start afresh come January, however you like to time the years, whatever cycles you follow, the moon cycles or the lunar or solar eclipses. There's a solstice coming up on the 21st. So there's a renewal, rebirth. Those words are strong. they keep coming up for me. Renewal and rebirth. Need to walk away to start afresh. A fresh stone start, a great reset happening here. Whew, this is heavy. But it's good. It's a good kind of transformative energy that's coming through for you. Very exciting. Very exciting. Take this as a chance to evolve. Our souls and spirits are constantly evolving, and just our mind and our body need to follow. So here we go. 2 of Wands is what you need to do. Now planning. This is saying there's a need to strategize, to plan with however regards to your situation is, whatever truths you're trying to uncover. There is that, but this could also signify that this transformation is taking place. You have an inkling of this transformation coming your way, but you don't quite fully see it. Now this card is saying, yeah, you're unprepared. Be prepared. How do you get prepared? You strategize, you plan. You acknowledge the changes that are going to happen. You give up resistance, and there's that acceptance that has to come with the big transformation that's coming your way. Could be spiritual, emotional, physical. Could be relocation, traveling the world. It can manifest in many different ways. Some of you might be aware of it, but feeling resistant to the idea. Again, I'm seeing travel with the world in his hands, right there with the 2 of Wands, and then this man walking away. So there's this resistance to movement, to change. You know what you need to do and how you want to Wow. Okay. So what you need to release, your comfort zone. There it is. Four of Wands. It's a very positive card. It's a happy card. It's marriage. It's buying a house, renovating a house. Everything to do with the family, the home. It represents stability with the Four Wands. But it's time to release it. So it's saying, step out of your comfort zone. And that's where the resistance is. There's this never-ending story, this story that you keep telling yourself, and it's not really benefiting you. And there's an element of time here because she's sitting on this this clock, and time's like slipping away. So it's like almost like divine timing is here, guiding you, urging you forward. But there's that resistance to change, to transformation. And underneath that, we have blessed. This is all a divinely guided process. This is not coming out of the blue. It's not something being forced from community or family or job. It might seem that way, but I think if you are to tap deeper, dig deeper, you'll almost acknowledge that you saw this coming, or yeah, this was supposed to happen, or oh, I knew this was going to happen and I don't like it, but it's happening. And it will, let's clarify these cards, but I feel it will bring you a sense of joy and release. But there is a need to acknowledge the transformation that's happening. You see, we have the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment reversed. So resistance, is a big awakening happening. There's a call being made. The angels are coming out. Are you going to drop everything and follow the call? You see in the upright, these people are naked and they follow the call. But in the reversed, it's no, I'm not going to do that. So why are you being so resistant? Let's look at this Eight of Cups. What you need to know. Eight of Cups in the reversed. Why do we have the Eight of Cups in reversed for Aquarius? Because you're unhappy. Three of Cups. There's, again, not feeling fulfilled, dissatisfied. You're retreating inwards. There's a self-reflection, spending time alone with yourself, not wanting to discuss with people or socialize or share these emotions, something, wanting to just deal with it by yourself. Why is the Three of Cups here, the Eight of Cups? So the situation is very emotional. It's to do with your heart chakra. Two more cups, the Moon card and Three of Wands. The Moon, this is now representing the dark night of the soul. The soul again, you look at this crustacean who has to walk up this path again into the darkness and follow the moonlight, and these animals are howling at the moon. Now again, answering the call of the moon or the divine or the unknown, you see, and the crustacean is going back to its place of fawning, of its place of birth, and that's what I said with the lilies representing purity of the soul. And this gardener who's there, who's done all this hard work, feeling a bit tired, perhaps feeling a bit dejected and not feeling fulfilled by all that he's planted. But this, I also sensed a bit of shyness, that hesitation to pursue, acknowledge something. He was looking at the garden and feeling hesitant. There's this call for movement, digging deep, seeking soul answers. Tapping into your psychic, intuitive abilities and trusting whatever your intuition has to say to you. With the Moon card here, I also believe a lot will be revealed come this full moon on the 30th of November, or whenever you watch this video. It might have already passed. I'll try to post it as soon as possible so you have it before the 30th. So yeah, the Moon card coming up. Something could be coming full circle for you. You might have a moment of deep realization. Something might be revealed to you, or you might even just have this inner knowing that, oh, something is hidden from me and I need to explore this or seek more information about that to bring a sense of peace to me. So that's what I'm getting at. And then the Three of Wands, you can, this guy can see his ships coming in, and he has the 3 wands upright. And the 4th one is needed to, now you see we have the foundation here already. So from the 3 to 4, we have a trajectory going on. We have 2, 3 wands, 4 of wands. This is again a divinely guided process. It's linear in the way it's taking place. And this fire energy, now that's asking you to take action, but there's hesitation because he is waiting for the ships to come in. This I also see as this awareness that this great transformation is happening because of this moon. So there's awareness that something is coming in, something needs to be changed, something that I need to act on. But there's that hesitation because of this moon, the unknown. And the backdrop, we have this feeling of emotional dissatisfaction and not feeling happy, joyful. Or you did at some point recently, but recognizing that this joy was short-lived and that something more is needed to truly feel fulfilled. 2 of Wands, please. What do you need to do with the 2 of Wands here? Wow, okay. Now we have the card of Gemini, and the full moon is happening in the sign of Gemini, and it's reversed. Again, we have the card for movement, for transformation. So the Lover's reversed. That's the card for Gemini. But it's also having to make a choice, make a decision in the reversed. No longer looking at the dualities, feeling the confusion, you know, although both of these choices are blessed by the divine, in its reversed, it's having to, what you need to do is now you need to make the decision. Now we have the duality here as well with the wands. That duality, this or that, that confusion, you know, this, you need to take action. Moving to smoother, clearer waters from these turbulent times, and look how much little of it is left. I think the hardship, the strife that has happened this year has been very difficult for a lot of the people in the collective. As we've seen, there is this need to move on from that, to acknowledge the grand awakening, this transformation that is taking place. I don't think this transformation is just going to happen overnight or in a month. I think this influence perhaps will likely last all of next year because of the planetary alignments. But there's that decision. Our spirit is saying how you can help yourself is by recognizing the transformation that's taking place, moving on, and accepting, coming to a place of acceptance. I really, what calls to me in this card is the back, you know, how the people have turned their back to the reader, you know, whoever's looking at this card, you know, all of these people. There's with the hunch there, it's a sense of sadness, with a little bit of heaviness of the heart. Yes, there's sadness, there's grief, you're leaving a lot behind. It's time to acknowledge that which you're leaving behind and to make peace with it, and that, whew, Aquarius, this is heavy. Okay. It's calling for a movement, that acknowledgement, so you're not stuck in this never-ending story. I hope this is resonating with some people out there and bringing clarity to your situation. 4 of Wands, okay, what you need to release. 9 of Wands in the reverse. Now this wounded warrior energy. Wow, so this also came out for Libra. I'm not sure if it was the same position, but I think this was also as an advice to Libra, a reading I just did before your sign. So I believe in the collective, a lot of us is going through that. Like the year has been so difficult financially, emotionally, physically, emotionally as well. We've been so withdrawn from our communities, from families, from our loved ones, that it has left the collective in this wounded warrior energy. And now when it's upright, the warrior has a little bit of this energy left to kind of continue the fight to make it to the 10th one and be done with the process. When it's reversed, it's pure exhaustion, not willing or just unable to go on, to just complete the cycle. Heavy energy again. And so this is what needs to be released. And when you do that, you need to like step out of your comfort zone. And I'm seeing, we have lots of cups and we have lots of wands. This fire and water element coming across very heavily in your reading. So it's, wands represent action, but the emotions are that what's holding you back. It's the cups that are reversed so far. Heavy energy, emotionally feeling very heavy, and just don't have the strength to continue. So let's get an advice for this, for your sign. Advice for Aquarius. 10 of Swords in the reverse. So this is now an end of this pain, and upright, no more pain, no more grief or sadness. It's done with. The 10 represents a new beginning as well. It's a completion, and now there's going to be a fresh start with the sun rising again. In the reversed, you are, again, what I'm sensing here is the pain and the struggle and the hardship is coming to an end, Aquarius. But there is this action you need to take to make it happen. And it's because of this wounded warrior energy that is holding you back. You do need to take an action, the decision to move forward, to move out of this pain and suffering, acknowledging the pain and suffering and saying, yes, I am ready to move on. There is paying homage to all that has happened, and also coming to a place of gratitude when there's so much pain and suffering. The only way to transmute that very heavy negative energy is to now bring it to a place of gratitude and acknowledging all that has happened, giving thanks for the lessons it has brought, for the changes it forced on you, and coming to that acceptance, gratitude, and then moving on with that. I wish you all the best, Aquarius. This perhaps will be a challenging month, and I wish you strength getting through all of this, and I hope you gain some clarity as you come to the end of this month, and pray that you have a fresh start for the year 2021. So God bless you, happy holidays, and be well. Take care. Bye.